Friday nights. Ugh. All right. So if it isn't, and some people, and I think it's really important for educators to know that yoga is for them. It's important for educators to give themselves that space to relax, to chill, to breathe, and to service their own needs. Because educators, you guys spend all day long serving other people's needs, especially our kids. So before we jump into the movement, let's jump into the stillness of our mind. And that's just fancy talk for sit down and breathe. One of the biggest things that helped me to change my
You can
life
speak up
in
just
any
a
kind of
little
positive
bit, maybe.
direction. I'm still working on it. It's a process. But to be able to breathe opened up new avenues and way for me to deal with stress. And so we're going to jump into our 15-second deep breath, mindfulness, welcoming, relaxing, calming session. So please get into a comfortable position. If you need to lay down because you've been sitting all day long, you can do that. If you want to stand, you can do that as well. Just get into a comfortable position where you can breathe easily, and even a safe position where you allow your eyes to close, your shoulders to drop, and your breath to be relaxed and calm. On a count of three, I'll count us down and bring us into our 15-second chill out opening. On a count of three, two, relax your arms, relax your face, and one. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale for 15, 14, breathe and relax, 13, mindful, 12, relaxing, 11, just breathe, 10, slowing things down today, 9, creating calm, 8, relax, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, letting go, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good. Let's take a deep inhale here. Bring these heavy arms up and stretch all the way up. Dropping our head back, bringing the chest up, bringing the shoulders back, opening up to the whole body. Good. And then exhale, just drop the hands down right in front of us, letting them fall. Let's do that two more times. Inhale, we're going to bring the hands up and stretch up as if we're trying to reach for a cloud, like we're trying to stretch our whole body up. Oh, feel things start to open up, decompressing the compressed. Reach up, stretch up. Exhale, drop those hands down. Oh, Inhale, let's bring those hands up once again. Stretch up, getting the blood flowing all the way back into the heart. Open up the sides of our body, opening up through our chest, our back, feeling good. Exhale, let's drop those hands down. Good. All right. So let's get into a flow. We're going to get into what we call in the yoga world a vinyasa flow. So let's come to a standing position. Take your time. You don't have to ninja jump like I just did, getting up, just whatever works for you. Coming up into a standing position. As you get into a standing position, we're going to make our way into our mountain pose. Good. Now, the thing about online yoga is sometimes we have to move our camera so we can see. Hopefully, I can give you enough verbal cues so you can just really feel the flow. So don't focus as much as looking at me. Focus more on hearing my words and just follow my words. And if it feels good, it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But just trust that your body knows where to go as we go through the flow. Your body knows where to go as we go through the flow. My next career is as a rapper. Buy my album. So we're going to come into our mountain pose. And that means just bring your feet about hip distance apart. You don't need to look. You can just trust that your ankles and your hips and your shoulders are all in line. Turn your palms outward so you feel the shoulders open up, the chest open up. So your pinkies are closest to each other and your thumbs are far away from each other. Good. You got it. And I just want you to sit here in this mountain pose for another breath count of 3. Big belly in, breathing down deep into your belly. 2 and 1. Awesome. On the next inhale, I'm going to bring both my arms up and into the sky. Oh, stretching up deep. We have orange trees in our backyard, so we smell the orange blossoms stretching up, stretching up, stretching up. Good. And then we're going to take it over to the left, dropping our arms over towards our left for a sandwich stretch here. Stretching, stretching, stretching. And we call it a sandwich stretch because you feel that sub sandwich you got right there in the belly. Inhale, slowly coming back up, stretching up, Kai getting all that sunshine on you. And then we're going to go to the other side, dropping over to the right side. Oh, feel that stretch throughout the side of the body. Good. If you want to, you can see if you can even bring your hands together. Oh, man, that is a stretch there. Breathing in. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, slowly coming up. I'm going to drop my head back with my chin to the sky. Oh, good. Looking up. I feel like a Golden Globe statue. I think we just had the Grammys. Feel like a powerful super statue. And I just won health and wellness for myself. I'm going to bend my knees, bring my arms out to the side, swan dive, meaning bring my chest forward, my head forward, dropping, 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 and then finally falling in to this forward fold position. The back of my body is opening up, meaning my hamstrings, my glutes, my lower back, my upper back. Once again, you don't need the visual, just to feel your body open up in this forward fold. You're just hanging out. The top of the head is facing the top of the toes. You can bend the knees back and forth, just whatever feels good. Let the arms be heavy, the fingers be heavy, the breath be heavy. Good. Swaying back and forth, left and right. Good. Now you've gotten all that you need. Let's inhale slowly. You're going to bring your hands to your shins, right below your kneecaps. So glue your hands to your knee, to right below your kneecaps and your shins. And then you're going to pull your upper body away. So my hands stay there, but I'm trying to pull my chest, my head, my back up, and I feel the stretch in my back as I do so. And as I'm pulling up, I want to push my hips back, push my butt back, and then pull my head forward. So our spine is going in a couple different directions. My spine is lifting up. It's stretching forward and it's stretching back all at the same time. This is an amazing stretch here for this halfway flat back pose. Breathe in. Ooh, and then exhale. We're going to slowly relax the hands, bend the knees once again, planting the hands down on the ground. We're going to go jump straight into our downward facing dog. Oh, this might be the first diggity dog of the day. So let's make it a good one. Bend those knees as much as you need to. Rocking them back and forth, left and right. Good. Moving the shoulders, moving the head. Ugh. It's Friday. The dog days of Friday. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. All right. I'm moving my hips up and back. I'm trying to drop my heels down towards the ground to feel that stretch to the whole backside of my body once again. Spread your fingers wide. There you go. Get a firm grip on the mat. Push those hips back. Straighten out the arms. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. Breathe in. And bring that right foot behind you and into the sky. So I want you to imagine that you're donkey kicking. One leg kicks back. Feel that left leg press down to the ground. Big stretch here. Good. And then I want you to bring that right foot forward, right knee forward. Drop the right foot to the ground. Then walk it up, step it up between both of the hands. Good. I'm staying high here onto my lunge. Then I'm going to drop my left heel down. So my left heel's up. Then I just drop my left heel down to the ground. And I rise off my right thigh, relaxing the shoulders, bringing the chest back, coming into my warrior number 1. Awesome job. So my hips are forward. Boom. So everything's forward. My hips, my shoulders, my knee, on my right knee, everything is facing forward. I'm going one direction. Good. I think that was a boy band. And then I'm going to bring both of my hands up, coming into a warrior pose. This is our warrior number one pose. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Breathe here for this warrior for 3. Good. Sink down to that front right knee a little bit more. 2. I want you to focus on the breath more than anything else. And 1. Good job. Let's drop those hands down, all the way back down to frame that front right foot. I'm going to slide that left heel back and then bring it up into the sky. So bring your left heel off the mat. You got it. And then I'm going to drop my left knee. Good. Untuck those left toes. The top of my left foot is down on the ground. And then I'm going to inhale slowly, bring my chest off my thigh once again, coming into a low lunge. Good. The motorcycle, as I call it with the kiddos. Coming into a low lunge, I feel the stretch in the top of this left thigh. I feel the stretch in the back of my hamstring. I feel some stretching going on here. Taking a deep breath, breathing in and out. Let's bring both hands up into the sky. Inhale. Lean back and open up, stretch up. Oh, that feels good. I feel my whole front of my body opening up, stretching here. Good. It's the full body stretch here. Then exhale, I'm going to bring those hands down finally to the ground, framing that front right foot. This front right foot, I'm going to slide it back to where it once came from. Dropping my right knee down next to my left knee. Good. Palms on the ground. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down onto our bellies. Ooh, good. For a little cobra pose here. On the next inhale, I'm going to push into my hands and peel my chest off the ground. Oh, good. Relax the shoulders and bring the chest forward. Nice. Now, like a cobra tail, we're going to zip up these legs. Zip, zing the toes together, the legs, bring everything together. Chest comes forward, relax the shoulders. Feel your collarbones spread and open up. Oh, my lower back is talking to me. As I bring my chin towards the sky, I stretch through my throat. And I'll breathe here for 3, 2, and then I finally drop it down, coming back to my belly. This is a great stretch when you are binge watching television. Right in front of the TV, just stretch that back out. Good. Take a deep inhale. I'm going to push my hips up and back. First, moving through this tabletop position with my knees on the ground, my hands on the ground. Everything is aligned, shoulders, knees, hips, all in line. Then I'm going to tuck my toes and raise my hips up and back for the second downward facing dog of the day. Atomic dog, mighty dog. Good. German Shepherd is a dog. Good. Kai, you gotta let me know, are they really German Shepherds and German Shepherd in Germany? Inhale, I'm gonna send my left foot up and back into the sky. I missed the park. Bring that left foot back and up into the sky. Stretch it out. I want you to see if you can bring the toes maybe to the tree behind you, the wall behind you, or maybe that annoying kid behind you or spouse. Stretch, 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 stretch. And then exhale, we're gonna bring that left foot up, walk it up, stretch it up, step it up between both of the hands. Good. Then once again, I'm going to bring my right heel down. Just drop your right heel down where you can. And we rise, rise, rise. Rise of the machines. Coming into our warrior number one. Same thing. Raise those hands up, drop into those hips. Now, this is going to burn, but it's just burning away doubt, frustration, burning away fear. So let's put some breath on it. Breathe in and breathe out. Just 2 more. Maybe drop deeper into that front left leg. You got it. Hips are still forward. Knees are still forward. You got it for 3. I already said 3. I'm sorry. 2 and 1. Whew. Good. Let's drop those hands down to frame that front left foot and then drop that right knee down. Untuck those right toes. Bringing the chest off the front thigh, coming up once again into our low lunge. Now, in this low lunge, you have some space to create whatever you need in your hips. That means you can move the hips left and right, move it in a circle. Good. Elvis was a yogi. That little dance he did was a yoga move. All the other rock stars from back in the day. Good. You can rock back and forth on the legs and the hips. Feeling that stretch in the hamstring, the calf, the glutes, the groin, the core. Let's bring both hands up into the sky. Reach up, stretch up. Good. As I lean backwards, oh, I can even bring my knee forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open up. Good. And then exhale. Finally, let's bring those hands down to frame that front left foot. Nice. I'm going to take my right foot here. I'm going to step it up, walk it, step it, stretch it up to meet my left. Coming into that forward fold once again. I'm going to bring my hands on my shins halfway flat back once again. Good. Inhaling. Now, in my flat back, once again, this is what it feels like. So I'm trying to bring my butt back towards the back wall, the top of my head in front of me. And the more you straighten your knees, the deeper stretch you have in your hamstrings. But it's about the stretch in the back and the breath here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Finally, you're going to just collapse forward. Good. Inhale, let's slowly start to roll up. Nice. Tuck the tailbone. Let the vertebrae roll up. Oh, good. Just trusting yourself here. Let's bring both hands up into the sky. Palms come together over the head. Stretch up. Nice. Exhale, bring the hands down into the heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Bring the hands all the way down, then into the sky. Open up the body, bringing it in. Exhale, bring the hands down and into the chest. Inhale, 1 more. Open up, stretch up. And exhale. Good. Relax the shoulders. Bring the chin level with the chest. So not too high, not too low. And let's take a breath here for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go through the flow once again, but we're going to add a little more funk to it. All right. A little bit more funk in our flow. You ready? You are all ready for this class, this session. I know it. I've seen you all before. So let's jump into it. We're going to start once again by inhale, bringing both of our hands up into the sky. Stretch up, stretch up. Let's take it over to the left. Open up to the right side. Good. Inhale, bring both hands up. Exhale, let's take it over to the right. Good. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, let's take it back. Bring the chest up, chin up, lean back, open up. Good. Exhale, swan dive. As I push my hips back, the chest comes forward. I fall in love, slowly coming down, releasing, letting go. Inhale, let's come up halfway, flat back, hands on shin. Straighten out the legs as much as you can. Pull the head and the heart away from the hips, Triple H. Then exhale, dive deep into it, falling forward. Let's place those hands down on the mat. Step the feet into our downward facing dog. Good. Shake out the head, shake out the shoulders, move the hips back and forth. Stretch in your dog. Good. Scooby-Doo. Inhale, I'm going to send my left heel down towards the ground and bring my right foot up and back into the sky behind me. Let's bend that right knee and then roll that right hip up and back to bring that right foot over to the left side. Open it up. Good. Stretching that hip. You're doing it right. Trust it. Exhale. Let's bring that right foot, right knee forward and drop it down between both of the hands. We're moving fast, but we're breathing even deeper. Good. I'm going to drop that left heel down. Inhale. We slowly rise into our warrior 1 once again, meaning both of my hips are facing forward, deep bend in that front right knee. Big breath brings my hands into the sky, shoulders relax. Inhale here. Exhale, we won't stay here long. I'm going to take my left hand and bring it back behind me. Putting my left hand behind me, my right hand in front of me, coming into our warrior number 2. Bend that front right knee, dropping down to my warrior 2. Now, I'm going to show you this way. You see how my shoulders relax, but my arms are strong? My left foot is pressed into the ground. My left leg is straight. I have a deep bend in my front right knee. Getting lower, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. This is a lot, right? Let's breathe, inhale. Drop that left hand back towards the left leg. Reach up into the sky with the right hand. Keep the legs exactly where they are. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open that front right knee. Good. And then let's cartwheel coming all the way back and down to the ground. I'm going to bring my right hand to the ground and then my left hand to the ground and then drop that left knee. Good. But from here, I'm going to take my right hand into the sky. Left hand stays on the ground for a twist. We are really moving today. Good. Let's see if we can bring that right knee a little bit closer to us, into our chest. Oh, that feels amazing. And then maybe if you want to push that right knee away from you, lean back, open up. You can be extra about it. It's in your home. Be dramatic. Drop the head back and maybe opera yell. La, 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 la. Stretch and open up. Good. Exhale, drop the right hand back down to the ground. Take a deep inhale here. Good. And as I exhale, I'm going to slide my right foot back to meet my left. You can come on or off the knees, whatever works for you in your plank position. Good. And as you exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Good. Inhale, let's scoop the chest up. Coming into our cobra once again. Oh, my spine is elongating. My shoulders are relaxing. My heart is opening. My chin is moving up towards the sky for the stretch of my throat. Breath is deep here. Good. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, let's move up and back into our downward facing dog once again. Moving the hips back and forth, feeling good, stretching out the body. Good. I'm going to drive my right heel down and bring my left foot up into the sky behind me. Good. Stretch that left leg, then bend that left knee and roll the hips over to the right side. So I'm bringing my left foot over towards the right side, stretching, 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 and then bring that left foot up in between both of my hands. Yes, yes, yes. Good. I'm going to drop my right heel down. Inhale, coming up into warrior number one. Woo, body is heating up. Drop into those hips even more. Relax the shoulders. Everything's facing forward. Take a deep inhale. Good. Exhale, let's drop the right hand. See how I'm strumming my guitar? Good. And dropping it down. And bringing my right hand back, my left hand forward. I'm going to turn to look over my left hand. Whoa. Good. And drop deeper into my front left knee. I'm sorry if you guys were able to hear the helicopter. Kai, I won't tell them where you are. Dropping down, relaxing my shoulders, stretching through my arm to our warrior number two. We're only here for another breath, so breathe in. Drop down a little bit more. Good. Then I'm going to take my back right hand, drop it towards my back right leg, lean my left hand over my left ear. I keep my left knee bent, bend it, bend it, bend. There you go. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly cartwheel. Coming all the way down, dropping the left hand down and the right hand. Good. Then I'm going to drop my right knee down, press that right hand into the ground. Left hand comes up for a twist. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Reach up, stretch up, twist to the whole front of the body, twist in your spine, breathe deep, and exhale, bring that left hand down. This time, let's take that left foot and slide it back to meet the right. Pushing the hips back towards the heels. Dropping the chest on the thighs, the head towards the ground. The hands can be in front of you. They can be to your side. The shoulders are relaxed, the face is relaxed, and the breath is deep. We put in a lot of work and we deserve to be in this child's pose for the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly, I'm going to peel my chest off my thigh, my head off the ground, and just roll up slowly. And I'm going to stay in what we call our hero pose. I'm sitting on my heels, my knees are bent, my thighs are feeling stretched here. If this is too intense, you can always use your hands to kind of lift out of that. So we don't want to put any undue and painful pressure on the knees or the ankles. Good. Nice. Now let's slowly move our way out of this hero's pose. Very powerful pose there. Helps to cleanse out the systems and the legs. We're going to move our way into our seated pose. Good. This is our easy seated pose, what we call in yoga. Yes, and we will remain on the ground from now out, so you can keep your camera adjusted as necessary. So, in my easy seated pose, it's like crisscross applesauce. So whatever works for you to sit easily. But as we come into this crisscross applesauce easy seated pose, I want you to take your left leg and place it in front of your right. So my left leg is in front of my right. So both of the legs are just laid out here. And I take this left leg, left ankle, and place it in front of my right. Good. Up nice and tall. Let's get some length in the spine. We twisted the spine. We bent the spine. We brought the spine back and forth. And now we're going to let that spine fall over this front left leg. So you're going to walk the body over that front left leg. Ooh, and then feel that stretch in the hip. Leaning forward. So my left leg is bent and in front of my right, and I feel an enormous stretch in my left hip. Good. Why is this important? First, it feels amazing. And then it also opens up those hips from sitting in the chairs all day. Also allows you to release the back of the neck and the shoulders as you just drape the head over the legs. Also allows you to breathe deeply. Good. And open up through the knees and the hips. Take a deep breath here. Relax and release. Good. Take your time. Let's slowly come out of this. You can press the hands into the ground and start to walk back, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Nice. We have two sides of the body. They aren't the same, but we want to at least try to treat them the same. So I'm going to switch and bring my right foot forward. Ooh, now this is my sticky side. So we'll see what happens. I'm a pirate now. I already feel my hip tightening up. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall and then exhale, walk the hands over. Oh, that bent right leg. Ooh. And I feel the hip talking to me. So I just know that I can't go as far on this side down as the other, but it doesn't matter. It's not about how far I go or what it looks like, how cool I look in the superpose. It's about the sensation. The sensation tells you, I have arrived. Good. I'm here to do some work. Let's stretch it out. Spend another 5 deep breaths here, wherever you are. Let go of the shoulders. Let go of that lower back trying to hold you up. You don't need your jaw to do this stretch. You don't need your face squinching to do this stretch. So let it all go. Good. Nice. Inhale slowly. Starting to sit up nice and tall once again. Good, good, good. In yoga, we become minimalist. We try to make the best out of our tiny house, aka our body. So we're gonna bring our feet in front of us, feet flat on the ground in front of us. Bend your knees. Good. I'm gonna bring my hands to my back of my legs and just float my feet off the ground. Whoa. Keeping my chest up, my shoulders rolled back, and just seeing what this brings to you. It might bring some wobbles. It might bring some frustration and some deep breathing. Just let it bring whatever it brings. Good. And then finally, I'm going to drop my upper body down. Keep my feet exactly where they are. And take a second to breathe. If you have some beautiful sky to stare at, please do. If you have a ceiling and you just notice that you need to dust up there, that's okay too. I need to dust as well. Good. And then we're going to allow the feet to Stay exactly where they are and allow the knees to drop back and forth, left and right. Oh, roll those hips open. So let the knees fall back and forth, left and right, like windshield wipers. Good. Feeling the belly rotate, the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Good, good, good. Cool. And then let's bring those knees back to center. And then I'm going to bend the knees and bring them into my chest. And then extend the legs over my head, whatever that looks like for you. So the legs may be shooting straight up into the sky. That's cool. Or the legs may be coming over the face and the spine may be rolling back. That's cool too. Whatever works for you. But keep the head straight. Look straight up to the sky. Keep that neck protected. And bring that spine into a beautiful curl, whatever that means for you. Bring that tailbone up towards your face. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And when you're ready, slowly unwinding all that amazing spinal action. Good. And as you drop your feet down, we're going to bring the soles of your feet together. So the soles of my feet come together, and that allows my knees to fall apart. And my arms come down to my sides. Palms face that beautiful sky that you're under. And everything relaxes. This may be intense for your groin, maybe intense for your thighs and legs and even lower back. We won't be here long, just long enough for you to feel good. Whenever it doesn't feel good anymore, you can straighten your legs out as we come into our final posture, our final pose of Shavasana. So in this final posture, the focus remains on the breath. Breathing out and into that belly of yours as you let the shoulders melt into the mat, the grass, the earth behind you, underneath you. Relaxing the head as you tuck the chin towards the chest. The legs and the feet, the hips, all relaxed as you soften through the belly. I want that chest to feel open. No tightness, no tension, no clenching. I want my jaw to just slightly hang. No clenching, no chewing. My face is soft. The back of my neck, the back of my head. Breathing deeply as I allow my entire body to melt. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale, comfortable and calm. Inhale and exhale, relaxed, chill. Inhale and exhale, release, peace. Inhale and exhale. Being here, being present, checking in with every breath, and letting go of tension with every exhale. Let's take another deep breath here, breathing in. Then the open mouth exhale. Let's just gently wiggle those fingers and toes. Softly rolling the head from left to right. And then extend the arms over the head. Stretch the body like you're just waking up from a midday nap. Pushing the feet away, stretching the entire body here. Good. And then just rolling over to your left or your right side, giving yourself that second out of the day to feel like you're the child again, being taken care of, loved on, nurtured, cared for. Good. Let's slowly move ourselves up into a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Sitting up nice and tall. Welcoming in everything that you gained in this practice. I hope you did gain something. And even more importantly, I hope you let some stuff go that wasn't for you. I appreciate your service. I appreciate your dedication. I appreciate your focus, your attention, your serving and your willingness. Take this Friday flexibility and create a beautiful weekend with it. So until next Friday, as always,